guys, how are you today? I'm doing okay. So anyway, we're gonna get right into this video. Today is gonna be more of like a garden tour, harvest, and cook video. So let's get started. Got my neck bones already on and cooking. Let's get out to the garden. Gonna go out to this garden and get some greens. I think today is gonna be a mixture. First frost has hit, so now I can harvest my greens. You know, there's a saying down here in the South that fall greens are not really good until after the first frost hits. Before that, greens are like tough, and you have to cook them longer or put in a little baking soda to soften them up. But after that first frost hits, then they're good to go, and they are so freaking good and tender. So last night we had a freeze. As you can see here, I have some of the things on my property covered that I thought might take a hit from the freeze. So I went on ahead and covered them up. But my brassicas here, they are okay, and they're standing tall and looking pretty. So I am going to harvest some of these bad boys today, especially those greens right there. Yeah, we're going to get some of these and put them in the pot today. So I did a video and uploaded it yesterday, I think it was, or the day before yesterday. But I uploaded it and then I took it right back down. My brother called and was like, "Hey sis, you got some cold in your eyes on that video." And I was like, "What?" Like, I know I wash my face and brush my teeth every morning. That's the first thing I do. So anyway, when I look back at the original video, there was nothing there. But I don't know, for some strange reason, when I uploaded it, it did clearly look like I had cold in my eyes. So anyway, we're going to kind of do a recap of that video today. I'm going to give you all a view at what I have growing in my garden. And yeah, then I'm going to get to harvesting some of these greens. So this is kind of a sad time for me in the garden, because I'm starting to watch my spring and summer plants die back, and then some of my new plants starting to thrive. So anyway, okay, here in this bed is where we had the okra, the big tall okra trees that are still producing okra. As you see, they still have okra on them, and even down here at the bottom. But anyway, focus. Okay, so anyway, yeah, our okra is still producing, but they're starting to die back. I have planted some different types of like winter squash amongst here, and yeah, like butternut squash, the spaghetti squash, and some dark zucchinis, and I planted some beans along this row as well. And this is going to be kind of an experiment, because I'm not sure how these beans are going to do in the cold weather. But hey, we'll see. This bed here is full of brassicas. I have some curly kale along this line. Let me see if I can back out a little bit. Curly kale. I have some Brussels sprouts, some broccoli, some what are those, Georgia collards, and it's a couple more right here. And in here I have some what kind of cabbage is this? The Tierra. This is the Tierra cabbage. That's just now starting to get a little size on them. These here are turnips, the Takinasha turnips. As you can see, they have the roots on them. And then these here are red mustards. And I planted some lacinato kale on this row. But I was trying to let you guys see on my last video that I had to take down. Let me see if I could find it again. I used some of those coated seeds. As you can see, here's one of them right here. See those coated seeds? Focus, focus. My camera is having a hard time focusing today. Okay, anyway, there you go. Those coated seeds like that. And I will never use these again. Here's another one. These coated seeds have such a hard time breaking down. It's like I planted these, like this whole row right here. It's like just now sprouting, as you can see. All of these little sprouts are just now starting to come up, but I planted them at the same time, and look how pretty these are and the size on these compared to these little ones that are just now coming up. Or some of them, as you see, they're still seeds. The seeds haven't even broken down yet. Okay, so yeah, we're gonna go ahead and get down to this big garden, and yeah, like I said, I'm never using those coated seeds ever again. So yeah, there's Spoon. We were kind of just assessing the damage from the freeze last night. And look, my Meyer lemons are finally starting to change. And this little bush is not even really bushy at all, but I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 lemons. And this one is my little ponderosa lemon. Got another little one growing. But yeah, they're frost hardy, so they are fine. So is my little orange tree there. But as you can tell, my banana trees, the leaves on those have already started to turn brown. I covered that one over there in the corner, but just an experiment. They all probably need to be gone ahead and cut back. So yeah, let's get down here. Let's let you guys see what we got growing in this big garden. As you see, all of these beds are or have been prepped, and I have some seeds dropped. But not a lot. Still working on dropping seeds, but this bed here is full of the flat Dutch cabbage, and as you see, we have little bitty seedlings emerging through the soil. So hopefully soon we'll have a bed full of flat Dutch cabbage, and these beds here are going to be full of some type of brassica as well. So these beds here are going to be full of something. Don't know yet. And over here is where I had the sugar pie, pumpkins. These are some cushaw. This is where those watermelons were still growing from. And as you see, we have a watermelon still growing right there, and some teeny tiny ones out there as well. But yeah, they're not gonna make it. And then here are just some regular like jack-o'-lantern pumpkins. So guess it needless to say, we're not gonna have pumpkins before Halloween. I dropped these seeds like super late, and they didn't do very well because I believe anyway, this part of the garden where I have them is kind of shaded off. So yeah, I think they needed more sun. They're finally starting to produce flowers now, and starting to kick off and do what they need to do, but a little too late. But it's okay. I still like to bake with pumpkins, so I'm gonna continue to let them grow, and we'll have pumpkin pies and pumpkin loaf and pumpkin whatever over the holidays. So yeah, still got some volunteer eggplants growing there. Here I have some radish and one purple top turnip. I have my carrots growing over there. You can see some, yeah, some of them have peeked through the soil. And now that it's starting to get cold, then they will really start to emerge and do their thing. What'd you say? Yeah, but yeah, here are all radish. And here are some red acre cabbage. I think this side is all red acre cabbage and that side is a golden acre cabbage. No, matter of fact, this is what I did. I did a row of red acre cabbage, a row of golden acre cabbage, and another row of red acre and another row of golden acre cabbage. And they're starting to get larger and do well. These are those eggplants, still from the spring, and they are still producing beautiful, beautiful eggplants. Beautiful eggplants. I mean, still doing amazing. Still have some pretty big ones, like they're doing awesome still. And I'm just going to continue to let them grow until they stop. Okay, here I have some collards on this side and some Savoy cabbage on the other side. I think these are just the Bonnie head. Yeah, the Bonnie's Choice carrots. These are something that I just picked up when I was at the Home Depot the other day. So all of these are cabbage. Okay, so collards on this side and cabbage on that side. And then here is a bed of cauliflower and broccoli. Cauliflower on this side, broccoli on that side. And then here is some more red acre cabbage. And these are some Georgia collards. Okay, I think I have the Savoy cabbage back there. Okay, and into the greenhouse. Let's see. Okay, and into the greenhouse. Y'all, part of my mess, I kind of just threw things in here last night because it was getting cold on me really, really fast. And I really need to organize over here. But anyway, I put my loquat tree in here because it was doing good and I didn't want it to get its leaves frozen. I have some ginger back there in the pot. This here is the Michili Chinese cabbage and some more red turnips or mustards. I'm sorry. Yeah, those are the red mustards, Japanese red mustards. Have a couple of turnips back there in the back. Some more curled. These are the, matter of fact, this is where I put yeah, this is where I put the Savoy cabbage right here. And had a few of those long cucumbers I planted back there. I just want to see what they do in the greenhouse, along with some gherkins. And right in here is where I planted some different varieties of lettuce, like 4 different kinds. I did the iceberg, the green salad bowl, the merlot, and some red romaine. So I have 4 rows of different lettuces right there. These are my tomato plants. Let me step back so you can see those. Yeah, I have some triple crop, I'm sorry, tomatoes. The bigger ones over here are the pineapple tomatoes. And I have some red brandywine as well. And as you see, they are flowering in here and they're doing pretty good. They're flowering and getting nice and tall. I have some dragon fruit back here that Juicing with Jay sent me, and they're growing nice and tall. And this is just another serrano pepper plant. This is another jalapeno pepper plant that I brought in here so it wouldn't freeze as well. And yeah, I have some little mini romaines down up in here. Some serrano peppers growing back there. And yeah, so far that's what I have growing in the greenhouse. So hopefully it will do well over the winter. And I'm hoping to make sure I have some, what do you call it, some tomatoes and peppers over the winter. And hopefully cucumbers as well. Hopefully. It's nice and toasty in here, nice and warm, so they should do fine in here. I got to put a thermometer in here so I can tell exactly how warm it's being in here, or it's staying in here. But I have my little heater that I put in last night. I hadn't needed it until then, but since we got down in the 30s last night, I went on ahead and brought it in here. And tonight's supposed to be even colder, so yeah, I wanted to make sure that it stayed nice and warm in here. And yeah, everything's looking good. Well, that's my passion fruit plant that's growing along the fence line, and it's still looking good even though it's cold. But from what I read, passion fruit fruits year round, so I don't think the cold should affect it. And yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and get my greens harvested so I can get them cooking. And while my greens are cooking, then I'm going to come out here and drop some more seeds in these beds. And hopefully I've been trying to get at least 1 or 2 beds done a day, and more if possible, but at least 1 or 2. So here is the area that we have cleared out for our chicken coop. Yay, we're gonna get chickens. And yeah, we're gonna try to do either a 6x12 or a 8x12 chicken coop and run in this area. And yeah, I can't wait to get started. We have a lot of lumber that we bought, and we have a lot of lumber that we were able to resource from a friend. So hopefully we can get that done very, very soon, and get our life with chickens going. I'm so excited about that. And so that's where we are so far, guys. Let me get these greens harvested so I can get my dinner ready. Okay, I'm gonna start harvesting right here. And I thought these were my Georgia collards, but these are actually the Morris heading cabbage. So these leaves are huge. So I'm gonna start with those, and I'm gonna just harvest from the outside and leave the ones on the inside, because let me let you see. You see here, they're already starting to curl in and form their head in the inside, so we don't want to disturb that. So we're just gonna harvest the outside leaves and go from there. I'm also gonna get some of those turnips. They're looking good. So when I harvest, I just pop them like that. Throw them in my basket. And like I said, I'm just interested in getting the bigger leaves right now, and I'm gonna leave that middle right there so they can continue to grow. Look at that, guys. They're looking so freaking good. Same thing with these Brussels sprouts right here. They're looking amazing. Those Brussels sprout leaves are good as well. So tasty. So I'm gonna get some of these too. Even though they're not that big, it's okay. These outside leaves are just gonna either turn brown like these, because these are the ones that's closer to the ground. So go ahead and get those before they turn yellow like that, and eat them. Make some use of them and eat them. So I'm gonna come back after I get some of these harvested and cut up, and then we're gonna have dinner, guys. Okay, have my harvested basket of green mixture. Got some turnips in there, some kale, some collards and cabbage leaves. So yeah, I'm gonna cut these up, wash them, and get them cooking. So while Spoon is down there doing something, I don't know what he's doing, but he's doing something. While he's busy, I'm going to get our dinner started. See you guys shortly. And here we go. All cooked and ready to plate. I call this my southern mix. The neck bones, some white rice, some cornbread.
And I call it murder, what I'm about to do.
All right, guys. Hope you enjoyed the video. It's time to eat.